Okay, so this is how we need to configure and make the down payment, right? So what we are discussing, suppose we have taken like a invoice amount is 1,20,000 something, some product we are purchasing, and we made the down payment of 20. So this down payment and noted item down payment request is tracked as a noted item. Down payments are tracked as special GL, and we have transferred to normal. Right now, what we are able to see here, it is showing as a normal item, but now as we purchased already a product with a 1,20,000, also we made 20,000 as advance to get the product to be delivered. So, but however, still after making the down payment, there is invoice amount need to be clear, like 1 lakh rupee need to be done for this 1,20,000. After nullifying 20,000, 1 lakh rupee need to be make payment, right? So how to make, how to make the payment? So we generally use a manual payment, right? So go to /n F-53 to make the payment. I think it got logged out. So go to F-53 and choose like eyes on today. We are getting that product to be delivered, invoice also received. So we are making the payment today. So mention here the text narration part, payment to vendor with the down payment clearing. Okay. So choose the jail account of what? Clearing account. So see, whenever you make the payment, what GL account to be chosen? Clearing account, outgoing clearing account. Okay, choose that. So choose and mention here what is the remaining amount, 1 lakh. Even if you don't know, also mention any amount here. In the next screen, we can adjust. I told you, right? Or do that. So now to which vendor? This is the vendor here. Click on. I think it is asking everything to choose. So choose everything. Just press on this. So before that, you need to choose the indicator also A, because if you choose this only, the down payment made here. Let me show you. See, if you come up here, we also have a down payment made to this vendor, right? So when we choose this indicator, it will also show the down payment made to vendor. Execute this. See, now it is showing up all two invoices and one down payment. So unselect this one. But here we mentioned the 1 lakh, we assume like a 1 lakh we need to make the payment. But there is also a discount we are receiving because the invoice is aging within how many days? Within 30 days only. So we are going to get 5% discount. But we entered the 1 lakh rupee in the first screen. How to adjust? Go to click on this overview, double click on this, make it as a 94. And again click on cross open enter. So to actual amount we supposed to make is a 1,20,000, but there is a 20,000 down payment and discount is 6,000. So the outstanding invoice amount is a 94,000. Okay. So before we go the make payment, look at here, and now you can make the payment and see the change. See, discount GL account is triggering automatically as we configured, and amount we are making 94 out of 1 lakh outstanding. We are making only 94 because 6,000 is a discount. Post. Go and refresh here. Okay, all the open item got cleared because we have made the complete invoice amount. So now we can open with the date. Okay, so it is clearly showing up. Actual invoice 1,20,000, 20,000 down payment, 1 lakh is the actual payment. Out of 1 lakh also we made only 94. How to find out? Double click on this. Then see here 6,000 discount. If you click on this overview, you get the complete accounting entry here. Okay, so this is how we can manually do, right? So manually means with F-53, you're making the payment. But how to do with the automatic payment program? So there is also interview question people may ask you. how to make the down payment with the APP. Because if you have one or two payments you can do, but there is also a requirement like if you have bulk payments, then doing with the F-53 will take a lot of time. So in this case, how to do with APP? So if you want to do this down payment process with the APP, first thing you need to configure. First prerequisite is you need to configure the FBZP. Where, sir? I have already told you, I think explained to you during FBZP, you need to configure these things. Suppose let us take our company code, double click on this. See here. If you want APP F110, when you execute F110 to consider the down payment also, you need to, if it is for vendors, you need to add indicators. Okay, what are all indicators? A and F. Sorry. A you can choose and F. If you click on this, two indicators will be added. And click on save. Okay, once you click on save, then what will happen if you create a request manually with F-47, okay, what will happen if there is an invoice received from this vendor? For example, let me show you. See, we have a Giuseppe is a vendor, right? So from this vendor, for example, you're interested to purchase for the 1 lakh rupee. Okay. Now is requesting the payment to make for the 30,000, right? So this is the DP request. Okay. So when is asked to make the payment of this one, what will happen? It will be request will be created in the system. So when you create the request, if you execute APP, and if there is an invoice for this vendor, see what actually APP will do. It will find out any invoice is due or overdue. It will try to make the payment, right? So whenever system find if any request is already exist, if invoices exist for this person, this vendor, and also a request exists in the system with F-47, it will make the payment. It will make the down payment. It will make the, see if the invoice is not there, sorry, if the invoice is not there also, but if there is a request is there for the so and so vendor, what system will do? It will make the down payment of 30,000. It will make the down payment of 30,000. Okay. If down payment also made, for example, you did the manually, you received a request. You received request. Okay. Then there is also a down payment made. Then later when you execute APP, actually APP will find out any open item which is due or overdue, it's invoice or anything, right? So what will happen? Now you made the request and you also made the request also there in the SAP system and down payment also made. Now if we receive any invoice from this Giuseppe, what will happen? If it is going to be due or overdue, it will also consider this down payment. It will nullify this 30,000 and payment will be made by 70,000. Like how we did manually, everything will be taken care by, all these steps will be taken care by APP. So when you execute F110 here, as we configured, if we execute here, any date you can choose. You will be mentioning the vendor and all details here. Okay. So system will go and check it out based on this next payment run date with this date, whichever is going to be due or overdue, open item will pick up. How it will be pick up? If it is a down payment is there, it will minus this. If suppose if this person has a open invoice, what will happen? If there is also a down payment, it will nullify this 30,000 and make the 70,000. If suppose if this invoice is not there, okay, there is only a request, then system will only make the down payment. APP F110 will make only down payment. After down payment done, again after 1 week you're executing F110 and this invoice is going to become due, then what will happen? This 30,000 down payment will be nullified with this and 70,000. Clear or any questions on this? Everyone? Okay.